What's up, AJT fam? I hope you guys had a great day. We're going to quickly recap our aftermarket earnings trade. This is the first video this week. The trade we took yesterday, we didn't do any profit taking on, so I didn't do a recap on it. We actually took profit throughout the trading day today, and I covered that in the morning recap. So if you want to see the results on DLO and the P&L on it, check out the video from the morning and you'll catch that there. But today we traded Wolf, and you can see on this one, come on man, don't, here we go. So you can see on this one, this is a 5-minute chart. We took the 2-minute breakdown. On the ones, stocks like this that really don't have a whole lot of range, the lower price stocks, the 2-minute one is probably the best if you're gonna make any money on it. It is still pretty volatile, which we see in this one. We came down and got our profit, but it bounced and took us out. And really, it took me out a little bit past break even because of how volatile this thing was. It just jumped the order I had and it filled it higher. So, there's nothing you can do about that because you can't put a stop order in. You just have to go with the flow. Aftermarket. So we got that. It did reject and started coming back. So I re-engaged it. And then it bounced again, and it looked like we were starting to come back, so I added to it, and I'm in kind of full size. I still had 500 shares I could have added, but I didn't on this. It did, fight back. It was really volatile through here, and so I was waiting on the conference call to kick in, at 5 o'clock, and as long as we stayed under the level we based the trade on and the 9, we had a good, the trade was still in play. And eventually it started working its way down as we got later into the call and got my first target, which was right here around 45.50, and we kind of sold off a little bit more but didn't quite get to the level I wanted to get to. And I ended up taking it off. I don't want to hold a stock like this overnight short. I know I did it last night, but it wasn't the smartest thing to do. But I didn't want to get stuck in it tonight, so I went ahead and took it off. And the other one that we traded was CSCO, and that's the one I'm still in. Okay, again, I probably should have tried to take the 2-minute move on this, but I waited to the 5-minute because this thing took so long. Alright, and I probably wouldn't have gotten a good profit on the 2-minute, but I could have, would have, should have, but I waited the 5 minutes. I got in. It didn't quite get to my target, maybe 25 cents away from where I wanted to take profit, and it pulled back, and it looked like it was holding this level here, and I was trying to give it time to bounce. I think the conference call for it started at 5:30 or 4:30, and this is when you see all of this happening, but it held support pretty much in through the close. So I held on to it. I'm holding the 500 shares overnight, looking for it to gap up. It did take out the previous 52-week high, which is right here. So I'm looking for it to build off of this and, rip up in the morning. If we lose all of this support, then, it's a done deal. Trade's pretty much dead. But that was, those were the aftermarket earnings trades that we did today. One we locked in some profit on. One we are holding off until tomorrow. But after the pretty bad morning that we had, I mean, this morning was terrible, absolutely terrible. And remember, I'm not doing this next week. I'm not showing. I don't like looking at the profit stuff during the week, during the morning. So I'll do it in the evening, but I won't do it in the morning. But you can see we had a pretty rough morning, and Nvidia, took me to the cleaners. I tried to do a little something extra on Nvidia, and it didn't work out. But you can see aftermarket earnings to the rescue again. It usually does. When you have bad mornings, I don't sweat it because I know aftermarket earnings can pull it out. We didn't make good money today, only $631.90, but I'm not in the free commissions. TD is making the switch to Schwab, Charles Schwab, or whatever the hell it is. And I showed you the email I got, or the message I got, the internal message I got from DAS. So I'm going to be, until Schwab gets their stuff together, my TD account's not going to be live on DAS. So I'm going to have to go back to paying commissions for a while, which is okay. But, it's not that bad, but you get spoiled on free commissions. But you can see that's where we're at tonight. Looking for tomorrow, we should have a pretty active earnings day tomorrow. The morning should be pretty strong. I will tweet out another kind of alternative watch list. Let's see, EMPH. This was the one that I tweeted out this morning or yesterday evening. You can see it did make a nice big run up, and then it started selling off. We're kind of right back to where we started, but I'll kind of tweak this out. We hadn't really taken out the low yet, but I really think tomorrow is going to be it. We've been playing with this thing for over 2 weeks now. It's time for it to fall on its face, and I believe we're going to see that tomorrow. But that's a story for another day. I hope you guys have a great evening, and I will catch you in the morning.